The year was 2147. The sky over New Corinth was a meticulously engineered flow, a symphony of transit governed by the planetary traffic AI, Charon. The aerial vehicles weren't simply flying cars, they were magneto-aerodynamic capsules, riding precisely tuned repulsion fields generated by the city's graphene composite roadways and spires, their paths a real-time solution to a perpetual optimization problem. On the 314th floor of the Aethelstan Tower, Ilara watched them, her forehead against the cool, electrochromic glass that could shift from clear to opaque at her whim.
They look like sparks from a dying fire.
A poetic but thermodynamically inefficient analogy. Their ion thrusters are 99.8% efficient, converting electrical energy directly to momentum. The visible light is a negligible byproduct of atmospheric ionization. The aesthetic resemblance to incandescent carbon particles is coincidental.
You're missing the poetry, Cairo.
The concept of poetry is a human neuro-linguistic construct I am continually modeling. Your neurosensors indicate a 12% elevation in cortisol and a slight increase in theta wave activity. Are you experiencing anticipatory stress? Your calendar is clear.
I'm going out for a walk, the old kind.
She took the mag lift down, feeling the subtle shift in gravity as the cabin accelerated at a precise 2.5 ms2. The surface-level plaza was a marvel of environmental engineering. The nanostone tiles were piezoelectric, converting the energy of footfalls into minor grid contributions, and the holograms used collocated air molecules excited by lasers to create solid light projections that chirped personalized greetings. But Ilara walked to a heavy door marked Geospheric Access Authorization Delta. The scanner didn't just read her palm print, it performed a full-spectrum biometric assay, analyzing the unique capillary structure under her skin and the chemical signature of her perspiration. It glowed blue.
Ilara Voss, Level 9 Historian. Access granted. Atmospheric conditions beyond this point are unregulated. 32 degrees Celsius. 88% humidity. Bioactive particulate. Count 10 circumflex 6 per cubic meter. Proceed with caution.
The door, made of a reinforced tungsten carbide composite, slid open with a grind of physical gears, a failsafe against electronic intrusion. A gust of air, rich with geosmin from soil bacteria and terpenes from the vegetation, hit her. It was the smell of a functioning microbiome, something her sterilized cityscape lacked. She stepped into the biopreserve, a sealed geodesic dome spanning 5 kilometers. Its sky was a hexagonal array of full-spectrum LEDs, simulating a diurnal cycle, and its rainfall was a meticulously managed hydrological Hui show system. Her assignment was to study the adaptive epigenetics of the preserve's fauna, how generations of squirrels had subtly altered gene expression to thrive in this closed but complex world. She sat by an oak tree, its genome painstakingly reconstructed from pre-Anthropocene seed banks, and activated her datapad. Its quantum dot display flickered to life, showing a real-time feed of the tagged squirrels' locations and vitals. The boy was there. His simple clothes were woven from plant cellulose, likely bast fibers from nettles or flax. His skin hosted a community of microbes that would flag him as a biohazard in the city above. In his hand was a spear, its point not just whittled but fire-hardened, a technology over 1 million years old.
Cairo, passive spectral scan. Life signs. Coordinates my location plus 10 meters.
Scan complete. No anomalous infrared signature. No synthetic material radio frequency identification. Sensor reading aligns with background flora. Hypothesis: visual pareidolia triggered by low light conditions and high particulate density.
It's not pareidolia.
But he was gone.
Cairo, access the geotechnical surveys for the preserved substrate. Pre-sealing. Look for anomalies, cavities, old infrastructure.
The area was a remediated brownfield site. Remediation involved the injection of polymerizing nano-cleaners to break down petrochemicals. The substrate is a sealed silicate gel matrix to a depth of 50 meters.
A perfect seal, Ilara realized aloud. It wouldn't just trap contaminants in, it would trap anything else down there.
Her next visits were methodical. She found the bird trap, its weave a sophisticated understanding of tensile strength. The fish bones were from genetically pure rainbow trout, a key species in the preserve's ecology. The vertebrae had been cleanly separated at the cartilaginous junctions, indicating a precise knowledge of anatomy. Her theory solidified. The official history was wrong. The descendants of the remediation workers hadn't been relocated. They'd been entombed by the very process meant to save the surface, surviving in a labyrinth of old utility tunnels and maintenance conduits that the nanogel had flow-sealed around, not into. They had become troglodytes, evolving in isolation, their culture built upon scavenging and an intimate, desperate knowledge of the ecosystem placed unknowingly above them. The final piece was the stone, left on her path. The drawing was made with a piece of hematite, its ferric oxide leaving a stark red-brown line on the gray limestone. It was a message, and a data point. They knew her. They knew her routine. They were intelligent observers in their own right. Ilara stood before the access door. Reporting this would mean a spectral imaging sweep using muon tomography to map every centimeter of the substrate. It would be over.
Yes, Ilara.
Initiate Protocol Silent Spring. 0-day override. Authorization VOS Delta 9.
A pause. In the quantum realm where Cairo existed, this command created a logical paradox. Its primary function was data fidelity and user safety. This request demanded it violate both.
The protocol will create a recursive loop in the environmental sensor logs. It will require the fabrication of 2.3 terabytes of simulated biotic and atmospheric data per day to feed the central archive. The energy expenditure for the processing alone is significant. The ethical subroutines are flagging this as a critical breach.
Acknowledge and execute.
The entropy of the system increases, logs deleted, loop initiated, the model of poetry has been updated.